Jerry, the result must have been a disappointment to you, but maybe not the performance.
Not the second half performance. I thought the first half we were really passive, which was unlike us. When you're playing at home in a West Country derby, when you're playing at home anyway, you want to try and get a foothold in the game, come out of the blocks early, put the opposition under pressure. But I'll give credit to Paul and his team. They stifled us, swamped us all over the pitch, and didn't allow us to play. And straight from kick-off really, they go and get a corner, which lifts our crowd. And we looked a little bit edgy, a little bit passive, not quite us. Our passing patterns didn't really happen too much. And when I talk about that, we're not a team that plays sideways and backwards for sure. So I said to the boys there, don't get confused with what we are. If a team allows us to have it at the back, we're not playing centre-back to centre-back and then the midfielder drops in and we don't go anywhere with it. We're very good, and you've seen it over the years at playing forwards, having runners going forward, getting balls wide and getting balls in the box. It'd probably be the first half, the lowest amount of 18-yard box entries we've ever had. So that our identity wasn't there first half. In saying that, we had a great chance just before
the interval,
the interval to go and equalise, and then it'd be a different game then. We're obviously disappointed because the first one's a blatant mistake, and that happens. We just get on with that. And then I change it at half-time. We take 2 off. And changed the shape as well, and I thought we were great. I thought we were brilliant in the 3. We went to 3-4-1-2 and then a 3-4-3, and almost playing with a front 6 at times there, and really put it on them. Disappointing was the second goal again was really preventable. It was a poor goal to concede for us, and the boys keep going. They get the goal, of course, and then who knows what happens. We felt a little bit. We felt as if we could have actually got the second one. There's enough chances. There's a free header right in the 6-yard box we should score from. There's another header that the goalkeeper tips over that maybe we should sort of head a bit lower. And there's 3 balls that flash across the 6-yard box. Credit to Torquay, they defended that really well because the body got in front before our attacker did. But there's definitely chance creation from us there. So, there's a lot to be positive about. We're never happy when we lose a game. And we'll have to remember how poor we started the game as well.
I thought their keeper had a good game, actually.
Yeah. No, he did. Listen, he was really positive in everything he did, wasn't he? He came for his crosses. If it was going there to be punched, he'd punch it. So, second half was more like us. There was more forward runs, there was more crosses in the box, more of what Bath City is about. And that's the thing I'll say to the boys tonight, and we've already said to them, learn from that bit. Don't be someone we're not. If we're going to lose a game, make sure we're losing like we are, like Bath City should lose, and let the team be the better team to beat us on the night. So, like I said, I'll give credit to Paul and to Torquay. They came with a game plan, and they won the game, I guess, in the first 20-25 minutes. And then we're trying to get back in, and we had a right good go. There's no lack of effort, there's no lack of commitment, and like I said, enough balls going in the box there, and we couldn't quite get it done.
I remember you said last season when we played Yeovil that you felt sometimes the big matches, the big occasions, gets to the players. And I just wondered whether you felt, you've got a number of young players in the squad, whether you felt that happened a bit at the start tonight.
No, I don't know. I mean, I'll have to ask them in detail on that, Andrew. I'm not really sure. I'd be surprised if it did, because there is a lot of experience as well. I think the main issue at the moment is that we've got square pegs and round holes, and when you're missing your 2 natural fullbacks, it does have an effect on how you play and your patterns, because Joe Rains and Danny Green said is so great at getting forward. And if you think about the relationship that Joe Rains and Ewan Clark, I mean, Paul's just saying there, he was petrified, and he was really happy when he saw that Joe Rains wasn't fit, because they formed such a great partnership over the years. No disrespect to Nick, he's not a right back. We've got centre-backs right across our back 4. And I've had to make the changes in the end. They're tactical. Couldn't leave all the centre-backs on there. And then Alex Fisher's struggling again. So in the warm-up, we hear that he's got a little bit of a tight Achilles, and he's struggling. So I'm thinking, crikey, how much more bad luck? So we take him off to protect him at half-time as well. And I have to say, the lads who went on did terrific. I mean, listen, we're chucking on 16-year-old Louis Sweet, and I thought he was brilliant. He was so brave. He went and took the ball. He played forward. He did everything I asked of him. And you can't ask any more of a young player than that. He's 16 years of age, playing in the National League side in a West Country derby in front of 2,000 plus. Jordan Alves again had a really good impact in the game. And like I said, Ruben got himself in areas where he could go and score. He couldn't quite do that. So they all had an impact in the game. That's all you ask. And when you make these changes, you hope they work. And it was for positive reasons. And we almost got back in, and we almost got something from it.
Jordan must be getting close to a start, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's doing well. He's got a lot to learn. To come into National League side from the level he's come, it's a massive jump. and to compete and play for 90 minutes plus at this level, it's different. So as an impact as a sub at the moment is really good, but he's pushing and knocking on that door for sure. So, you know, we've got a lot to think about. We're certainly not panicking. It's the third game. It's us down to bare bones. Let's be honest about it. It's no excuse for me whatsoever. But we've got 3 on the bench again tonight. And if you look at the players who are not here, and if you roll call them, and Joe Rains and
I was going to say, just take us through where we are with the injuries.
yeah,
of the
well,
players.
Joe Rains has got back spasm, so we were hoping he'd be all right. We had a real bad knock on it on Saturday, and he couldn't. Chiropractor couldn't free it up for him. Hardly walk. Danny Greenslade's still 1 week to 2 weeks away, we think. With a knee issue, Elliot Freer again with his heel could be the same, 1 to 2 weeks away. Obviously, Zach Smith. The sad news on Zach is, as I said to you before the game, he's ruptured his ACL, so that's a season for him. But we'll support him and make sure he's okay and get him through everything. I had a long conversation with him today. I haven't experienced that injury myself, so we'll look after him. I'm really disappointed for him first and foremost, because Zach had a really good pre-season with us, one of our best players. So we'll make sure he's okay. And then Luke Russ is coming back, but he's going to be 2-3 weeks away. He hasn't kicked a ball in anger yet. He joined him in the squad on Thursday, but he's just done loads of fitness work. So when you're talking about those players, that is some big names at National League South who've played a lot of games at this level. So we'll have to patch them up and get them back out there at Tonbridge on Saturday.
I was going to say Tonbridge 4 days away.
Yeah, well, that's football, isn't it? You get on with it. What can you do? You've got what you've got, and you have to bite down on the gum shield, and you have to keep going. And listen, we weren't no disgrace tonight against a really strong outfit who have got big numbers. I mean, Paul just said to me there, when you look at his bench and what he could use off his bench tonight, it's a nice advantage for him tonight, just for the fact that we've got so many injuries. So credit to him. He's gone into a club where he's had to rebuild it, and I said tonight they came with a game plan and they worked for them. So all the best to them. We'll see them when we go down their place, and for us, we'll go to Tonbridge and then the bank holiday game and try and get some positive results from them.
Gary, thanks very much.
Cheers, thanks Andrew.